Let's talk family, Jimmy Kimmel and family. So I come across these two articles here about this. Yikes. Let's get in tighter. Okay, yikes. Jimmy Kimmel's wife explains how she cut off her family for voting for Trump. So I have direct experience with this with my family. Um, I really want to just get, this is the article. I don't want to watch the video, but to me, them voting for Trump is them not voting for my husband and me and our family. This is not just Republican. I gotta go to Twitter for this. Okay, fine, which is fine, but I don't want to read the whole thing. To me, I don't want to listen to this. Okay, to me, voting for Trump, this is not just Republican versus Democrat for me anymore. It's family values. I'm angry all the time, which isn't healthy at all. I wish I could help deprogram myself in some way. We'll go to church. She's angry all the time that we don't accept the butchering of children, the slaughter of the unborn, men can be women, and all this disgusting stuff that she and her paganism and her worship of Baal, the abortion of children, is what she can't believe we can't accept. And her family members who voted for Trump, she's angry all the time. Of course she is. I'm angry all the time, but I've got Jesus, and I know that God is vengeance, not me. I don't have to be angry. I don't have to go to bed angry. I get a good night's rest because I know Jesus is going to take care of these people. And it's going to be the penultimate comeuppance. Whatever I do to them, if I'm a Muslim or a pagan, whatever I do to them is going to be murder or terror or whatever. But as a Christian, as a Muslim or Marxist, I have to do it myself to these people. I have to be angry and poison them as I poison myself. I have to commit terror on them. I have to punish them. But as a Christian, I don't have to do anything. I just have to, hey, it's a sin. What you're doing is a sin. What you're doing is terrible. It's not going to end well. Anyway, would you like some turkey? Would you like some gravy with that turkey? I can be at peace. That's the joy of Christianity. Love the enemy has nothing to do, practically nothing to do with the enemy. It has to do with my peace. Jesus gave us peace. So we can love the enemy. Loving the enemy is not a burden, guys. It's unburdening you from going to bed angry, from being angry, from having to commit terror or subjugate them. We did not follow the serpent. We are following God. We are following life. We don't have to have Lord or God or dictatorship over others. We don't have to punish them. In my own family, we have rules now. We right-wingers in the family have rules now that we don't talk politics with the left, even though they try to bring it up all the time, but we do not do it anymore. So it's just a joy. It's a hilarious joy of us right-wingers in my family. We secretly have the secret handshake nod. We do not talk politics with them. It's why? Where are they going to go with it? If you have a problem with family members who want to talk politics, just say you want to murder the unborn. You want to murder the unborn. Just say it over and over. You want to murder the unborn. There's nowhere to go from there. They want. Oh, stop talking now. Let's talk about. You're saying let's not talk about the murder of the unborn. That's it. I'm not going to talk to you about anything else. Stop it. Just stop it. You murder the unborn. There's nothing else to talk about. So shut the up. That's where I've gone with it, and that was it. Shut the. I chant shut up basically to them until they shut up, until they know that it's worthless. And then, but I am not emotionally angry. I immediately go back to, so do you want to have gravy with that turkey? Do you want to have, blah, blah, blah? Do you want to do this? I immediately go back to that. I'm at peace with it. But that's the only thing I will discuss with them is that, not even discuss, just tell them murdering the unborn. God waits. That's it. That's it. You're going before God. That's it. No, I don't want to talk about Epstein's missing files and who really was that, they had it for 4 years. It did nothing, blah, blah, that, even trying to go down these rabbit holes of answering their bull crap is a waste of time because they murder the unborn. So it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. They just will continue to lie until they know they're sinners, until they know. I've tried everything, reason and logic and history and, the truth and all my rants on this video. They mean diddly until they understand their own sin and their own guilt. in their own murdering their unborn, until they understand that abortion is murdering babies. If they can't understand that, what do you think what are they going to understand? They can't understand that these children in the mother's womb are being slaughtered and decapitated and limbs pulled. If they can't understand that, what are you going to explain to them about economics or voting records or men doing banter in a trailer at a TV show, and what happens when men don't realize they're on a hot mic, including me. That none of that matters until they know they're sinners, until they know that they need Jesus in their life. They need, and one last thing, and I'll cut this video. I was talking to my pastor. Jesus died for our sins doesn't make sense to this world. It makes sense to Jews who understand the Bible, who understand God, but most Jews don't even really understand their Bible anymore. They don't have the Pharisees and the Sadducees teaching them anymore. The scribes, they only have the rabbis, and the rabbis don't teach them. The new rabbinic Jew is a counterfeit Hebrew Jew, and they've counterfeited the Old Testament and rewrote it to try to get rid of all the Jesus stuff in there. But we have it from the Septuagint, the old Greek translation, and the old Hebrew from the Dead Sea Scrolls actually has the more accurate Old Testament. That's something else to talk about. But today, people don't understand Jesus died for your sin. They don't understand that because they don't believe in sins and all that. Or they think that's an old word. I think a better way of saying it is that Jesus lived this life and suffered to show you that he loves you, that he loves us. He lived the same life we did, but got tortured and killed. I got to think of better phrasing. Like Jesus died for your sin is a very quick phrase, but they don't understand that. I think it's something about God came down into this reality and lived and walked with us and suffered and died to show us he knows what we're going through, the pain and suffering, and that there is a heaven. The ultimate love is him sacrificing himself to show us he's going through what we're going through. He went through it. He's been there. He's done that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like some phrasing like that. Anyway, get back to church. These people with their religious politics, their Marxism is a religious political thing. Islam is a religious political thing. We Christian nationalists don't believe in religious politics. We believe in separating them out. That's why the only freedom in the world, the only freedom is Christian nationalism. We believe in freedom of religion. We can't force you to believe in Jesus Christ. We can't force you. We do make laws. We do have a modicum of morality that we do make laws, but we all vote and y'all are aware of the laws we make. We don't just come after you with our high priests and our secret zealot warriors or something. We don't create the KKK. That's the Democrats. That was a Marxist fascist thing going on right there with the slavery and all that. We don't do that. We fight that. We end that. We create laws. We warn people. This is wrong. This is evil. We're going to pray really hard, and then we're going to go try to make a law to say, look, this is the government is going to tell you that you can't do that. That's terrible. But we don't just go out and do terrorist attacks or hate you or anything. All right, and that's my little quick thing on Jimmy Kimmel. The life the left lives is one of anger, one of attack, one of being mini gods that try to tell you what to do, and they cut off their family members for that. We on the right don't do that. We have family members that are, I spend time with them, blah, 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 but I do not allow them to talk politics with me anymore. Do not argue with them about it. I'm going to have a big old Thanksgiving with a bunch of lefties here. And I'm going to pray. The only thing I'm going to do is pray. I did tell one cousin who's bringing someone, I said, warn him, her boyfriend, which I don't believe in, but warn him. I said in the text, was funny. They did the ha-ha. Warn him, I am a hardcore Christian. I have a hardcore Christian potty mouth. Warn him, I have a hardcore Christian potty mouth. That's what I told her. And she knows that. All right. In the game of life, man, just have that Christian potty mouth. Live hardcore all the time. We have to. It's time. All right. Game of life. Roll holy dice.